Hello boys and girls, it's Ant here again. This is a vlog episode, which is where I talk about a thing that's bugging me in some way, or something that's worth talking about. There's a reason why this is Runner 2, the game that I played yesterday on the channel, and that's because as of now, after like 20, how long? Yeah, over almost 24 hours now, I've still got a content ID claim from a company called Gretech Management. So I'm going to play this game and I'm going to discuss what's happened. Content ID things is something that some of my YouTube followers will know. I tend to talk about a few times because YouTube's content ID system is horribly broken, and this is a good example of it. Now we've listened to Charles Martinet already. Right. Basically, Gretech is a company, and one of the many things they own, it's a Korean company by the way, they own an Esports channel. There's a channel called GOM EXP Official. They've actually got quite a few channels, and that was a good start to this, wasn't it? That was a really good start. But they're an esports channel, so unlike the incident I had with T-Bone Pearson a few months ago, which is a YouTuber who's been claiming other people's Let's Plays as his own, who I think he has actually stopped recently. I haven't seen any new messages come up, at least not often. But here's the thing: this GOM group, as a you know, an esports corporate company, there is at least some reason for them to want to be claiming the IDs. Obviously, they've got a lot of money invested in their sport, in their shows, their tournaments, and things like that. They don't want anyone uploading some amazing gameplay one of their stars has played, because you know it's big business, that thing. I mean, Total Biscuit's got a friggin' esports team of all people. Despite being, you know, only marginally more skilled than me on the games. I'm kidding. Possibly. But anyway. So, whilst I'm not disputing the idea that they may want to, you know, ID their videos a little bit more than, say, T-Bone Pearson, like, no Let's Player should be doing that as such. They're still doing this on YouTube, and it's not the right place to be doing it using the automated system. The automated YouTube content ID system takes video and it matches as close as possible pixels to the video. What this means is that for film it's fine, because every playthrough of a film is exactly the same. With games it isn't, but what happens is it uses an approximation. So let's say I'm playing a game like this here, this Runner 2. This game will largely play out the same way every time someone plays it, provided they don't crash all the time like that. I'm losing concentration here because I'm talking a lot faster than I normally do. But what happens is that usually if someone's playing this perfect, their gameplay won't look that much different to someone else's. And it's not going to pick up on the tiny little details. Like, well, if I do a dance there, it's not necessarily going to pick that up on the video that checks it. You know, it's only checking for certain things. It's trying to find ways people get around these. You know, they slow down the video maybe. They, you know, change the pitch of the audio on a song. It's the same sort of thing. So using that automated system to check for, you know, possible infringements on their copyrights is, you know, not exactly the most effective way of managing it. Now, I would not dispute that if someone was just uploading their videos and chucking them up as claiming them as their own, you'd want to take them down. If someone was uploading my videos and, like, you know, not giving me credit for it, not asking me in the first place, or claiming it as their own, then yeah, I'd be annoyed. I'd probably block them myself. I'd probably make a dispute. You know, unless they're using it in a creative way. If they're taking my videos and doing some sort of edit to it and doing something different, fine, go ahead. It's fun. It's transformative. I like that. But this isn't. They should be, if they want to do this, they should be looking for people reporting it. They should be actively looking for these gameplay videos and checking them themselves, and then issuing the content IDs, not just blanket chucking them on there. Because here's the thing, when they do this, they get the money from all of those while they're claimed. Like, they don't even have to prove that the video belongs to them. They have an automated system that does it, and they can just go and say, yeah, that's ours, and now they're getting the ad revenue from that, even if there wasn't ads on it in the first place. I do remember T-Bone Pearson claiming that no, he doesn't get the ad revenue from. Yes, you do. You get the ad revenue from them. But he's just a whole other kettle of fish, because, you know, at least they're good. I watched some of their videos yesterday. I was watching the guy playing Runner 2 with the video that was this. It was the first time playing it. It had something about Jay-Z on there. I just caught the quick bit of gameplay. But they play StarCraft 2 and stuff like that. It's actually quite a decent channel. Give it a check. Most of it's in Korean though. If you're a bit worried about voiceovers and not being able to understand it, probably not for you. I've got further than I did yesterday when I was doing that no continue video, haven't I? Anyway. What I'm saying is, they shouldn't be claiming that. They need to be checking on a deal-by-deal basis. The thing that worries me, again, as it did with T-Bone Pearson, is the amount of people who don't really know that they should be disputing these claims. If you get a Content ID claim, always dispute it. Even, you know, no matter what. I mean, I would say don't bother if you've literally just uploaded the film. You're not going to win there. If they're willing to leave the film up, that's, you know, incredibly unlikely. But, you know, if they're willing to leave the film up there, then go for it. It's not going to harm your standing for them to say the Content ID claim is theirs and you accept it. Bear in mind that Content ID claims and copyright claims are two different things. Copyright claims, or a copyright takedown notice, or a DMCA notice, that actually damages your channel if you get one of those. This is a different thing. It involves blocking the video from your channel. Sega managed to get a whole bunch of YouTube channels blocked a couple of years ago when they just blanket started like blocking any channel that even just mentioned Phantasy Star, I think it was. Absolutely terrible things. One of the reasons why Sega is blacklisted from a lot of YouTubers on their Let's Plays for that action. You know, like myself, I don't play Square Enix games on here. I'm going to try a little bit of Nintendo. I've had a bit of hit and miss. They've claimed on music once, and I won't dispute music. There's no point trying to dispute music because the music's usually owned by a recording group elsewhere, and they're not going to understand Let's Plays. They haven't claimed me on videos yet, so we're going to see what happens on that. They didn't claim my Animal Crossing video, which is good of them so far. You should watch my Animal Crossing video. I was kind of a bit disappointed not many people watched that. I went back to my old village after 10 years. But yeah, Gretech's doing this. It's not good. So if you do get a Content ID warning, write a reply to them. I will post the image on the screen once this level ends of what I wrote in my dispute. Feel free to copy and paste elements of that dispute into yours if you ever get any. Maybe, just maybe, cut out the snark I chucked in there, because I am kind of getting to the point now where when I get one of these things, I'm not being polite often. I haven't gone quite to Jim Sterling's level. I don't know if you'll ever see this, but Jim Sterling ages ago on Twitter started posting his responses to Content ID claims he was getting. One of them just said fair use like about 80 times over the screen. That was brilliant. But I'll post that on the screen now, you know, so you can read it. I've probably already removed it now, but slide kick. But yeah, always dispute them. You need to basically get across that as a video game it is a transformative medium. Just by the act of playing it, you are making it different to what someone else has done before. That makes it transformative. Most video game publishers are perfectly fine with you uploading their gameplay. Most commonly, the ones that have issues with it are the Japanese developers and publishers, or, as has been noted a couple of times, any publishers who don't like people saying negative things about their games, which seems to be happening more and more often, especially with the advent of, you know, certain dodgy developers chucking stuff up on early access and not liking it when someone points out how shitty their early access game is. And yeah, it'll be even better yet when they've published it at full price, like the Slaughtering Grounds and all this sort of stuff where there's like just bugger all going on it. I already got that costume. But yeah, always dispute. Write in there that this is a transformative medium. As you have added commentary under it, it even says in YouTube's terms and conditions on Content ID that anything where you're playing the game and you're giving a guide or you're talking over it, you're providing some sort of commentary to the action, comes under fair use as well. You are transforming that medium as it is. If you're uploading straight gameplay with no commentary, if you're uploading someone else's video, if you're uploading just trailers, I think even if you're talking over trailers this won't count. The gameplay has to be yours. But in those instances you're not really as covered, because if you're uploading someone else's gameplay, you're uploading their gameplay, it's not your gameplay. You haven't transformed that medium in this instance. You've transformed someone else's. Or you haven't transformed someone else's, you've just uploaded someone else's. But yeah, dispute, dispute, dispute. That's what you always need to be doing. Because if you don't dispute it, then you're just going to let them get away with it. you're just going to keep saying this system is working, and it's not. It's completely broken. YouTube has a guilty until proven innocent, and then you're still probably guilty anyway policy going on. It lets content holders just claim videos as theirs. I mean, that's horrible. That's just a horrible way to handle things. It's pretty much a minority report system, isn't it? It's basically saying, yeah, you're guilty. We're not even going to check you've committed a crime, but you're guilty, mate. Yeah, that's how it's going. And they need to change it. I know the thing is that the real way of actually doing it properly would be to have people individually check a video, and that's just practically impossible to do. But, you know, if the companies are so invested in protecting their copyrights and they, you know, really want to save their IPs from being abused by people as they seem to think they are, they need to invest in people to do it properly. They need to invest in groups who sit there and check them over. I mean, if organisations like net nannies and whatnot can employ people to scour the internet looking for, you know, child pornography and things like that, that, you know, generally do damage people and are bad things, then surely Electronic Arts or someone who, you know, well, Nintendo and Square Enix Japan are the ones to really point out, can employ a couple of people to check the odd YouTube video here and there. I mean, there's a lot of YouTube out there, but I'm willing to bet there's less Let's Plays than there is horrible crap on the internet that shouldn't be there. But that's me saying my piece on this. So look out for content ID warnings from Gretech. They have been claiming on, if I remember rightly, Broken Age 2, Borderlands 2. I would imagine StarCraft as well, seeing there's a lot of StarCraft going up on their channel. So keep an eye out for them. If you get a content ID warning from them, dispute it. Make them alert like I did. I posted a comment on one of their channels' discussion page. It was fun. If you go on my Twitter from yesterday, from the 29th of November, you'll be able to see where I linked that. But yeah, dispute. That's the best I can say about it. If you do have any questions about content ID, throw them in the comments. I'll answer them. Remember, there's difference between content ID and copyright slams. I've not been hit by any copyright slams yet. I did once get a copyright warning on my old account though, actually, when I posted the Skate 2 trailer. No, for the first game, Skate. And what was brilliant about that is they said, okay, we're going to let you keep it, but all advertising will come to them. I'm like, yeah, cool with that. It was in the early days of all the content ID. Best thing was I worked at Electronic Arts at the time. I thought it was quite funny. They didn't know. But yeah, I got a content ID warning from Electronic Arts while I worked for them. Fantastic. Anyway, I'll catch you later. Questions in the comments, feel free. And, you know, dispute. Bye.